Despite being a Bitcoin halving year, 2024 on the whole has been pretty rough for a lot of the altcoins out there in the cryptocurrency space, with a lot of altcoin projects hitting a low in May, June, July, August. So at some point in the summer, basically, chances are if you had an altcoin that you were following, it hit a low, if not an all-time low, at least a recent low during those summer months. Okay, but here we are now in mid-October. And since that time, a good number of those projects that were down, but not out, a good number of them are certainly showing signs of strength. Some signs of life, finally. And those that bounce off their lows first tend to pump the highest once, eventually, the full positive market sentiment returns to the space. And so today we're looking at three altcoins in particular that are showing a lot of relative strength as projects. They're looking a whole lot better relative and compared to the rest of the crypto market. Welcome to the channel. My name is Maddie and this is Altcoin Buzz. All the best of luck if you choose to invest. I genuinely wish you well. Just remember that I am not a financial or investment advisor, and that by extension, this video is not official financial or investment advice. So just a quick note here, and I guess a little bit of a disclaimer. I just want to talk for a moment about relative strength. When market conditions are bad, let's look at the year 2022 here as an example. Relative strength can mean that most of the market is down maybe 20%. But you're only down 5%. So it's not necessarily about profit. It's about where you stand in comparison to the rest of the market, or at least the majority of it. If you're doing better than the average and the rest of the market, again, the majority of it, then you are relatively stronger. And I just want to make sure we have a common definition, a common understanding of what relative strength is, because the three projects that we're looking at in today's video have all bounced off their recent lows. And they're actually all in profit since the summer. They're actually doing better than Ethereum's August low of $2,197. As I record right now, it's up a little bit off of that low, $25.78, as you can see, which is about a 14% ROI, which isn't bad for 60 days, 2 months. But again, these three projects that we're looking at, three altcoins in this video, have done even better. And so they are relatively stronger. And the first of those three that we're looking at today is Fantom, ticker FTM. This is an EVM layer 1 chain built for DeFi. And probably aside from its ghostly name, its most well-known commodity lies in its founder, Andre Cronje, who's of course one of the fathers of DeFi and one of the best builders in the industry. And he left the project for a while, yes, but now he's back. And people are certainly excited about that return because he's got a great reputation in the space. The team is also rebranding later this year from Fantom to Sonic. And the new Sonic token, S, will be a 1-to-1 swap. So there's no dilution for FTM holders. If that's you, it's not something you have to worry about. Again, it's a 1-to-1 swap ratio. And they've certainly addressed some of the questions that have arisen, but certain advantages here of Sonic include the fact that nodes sync faster, validator costs are going down, the database will be smaller and thus more agile, RPC node costs are going to go way down, and that'll make transaction and gas fees go down as well, and a few other things as well, plus the fact that Sonic is working on some improvements to tokenomics, which we're told is going to make it deflationary. And so FTM is one of those projects, as per my definition, that is doing relatively well, that is demonstrating relative strength against the rest of the market. FTM, in fact, is the second best performing alt in the top 100 over the last 2 months. We're looking here at the last 90 days. And as you can see from its August 5th low of about 29 cents, it's up now to 77 cents, also up 6% on the day. So we're up about 175% from that low in early August. Now, our next selection has done even better over the same period of time, but 170% over a couple of months, not too bad. People are also excited about this rebrand. Fantom fans have long thought that there is value in the network the token is not capturing. And Fantom has long had a very dedicated community. And now they're going to see the rewards of some improved incentives in this quality layer 1 project. Let me know your thoughts about this, about the rebrand to Sonic, and I guess in general, what is your favorite EVM project? Let me know in the comments below. At number 2 on our list, and next up, we're looking at Bittensor, ticker TAO, T-A-O. And despite it being a high flyer in AI, artificial intelligence, we don't really talk about Bittensor that often. It seems like it's one of the most hyped projects in crypto Twitter, though, so it is easy to follow what's going on there. AI and machine learning go hand in hand. Of course, we see machine learning on many legacy platforms. For example, the For You section on X is all based on the Twitter algorithm, learning about what you like and what you comment on, and it tends to give you more of that. That is machine learning at work. But also X owns all that data they're using because we gave it away to them for free, right? Bittensor, by contrast, thinks we should take some of that back. By having specialized networks called subnets, Bittensor gives projects access to decentralized machine learning. This means they can access more data in the early stages of their project than they could otherwise, while you maintain that control. You control who accesses your data. So in this sense, it's a win-win for taking AI and machine learning to the next level while still maintaining some control over your own personal data. Once again, here we are looking at the last 3 months of performance, so the last 90 days. Bittensor's TAO token, TAO, did not have it as bad in terms of performance this summer as a lot of altcoins did, but it did go down for sure. Its recent low shown here was on the 4th of August. Then it was at the same price that it was back in December, negating kind of any positive returns for 2024 at that point. But the tides have since turned. That August 4th price was $216. The price today, as I record, even though it's slightly down, is just under $600, $599.13, which is nearly a 200% gain in 60 days, actually making TAO the number 1 alt in the top 100 in performance over the last 12 months. And look, this is kind of macro perspective, wide angle view here, but as we see it, as AI continues to lead, we see Bittensor keeping its position as a top altcoin in that sector.
And so if this market pulls back hard under this level and then consolidates and comes back, we're likely to sell and stall.
Last but not least here at number 3, this is a project that we usually talk about in the context of token unlock videos, but we do have to discuss Aptos, ticker APT. And if you've been following the channel recently or even semi-recently, then you probably know that we've been giving Sui lots of coverage, deservedly so, by the way. Aptos and Sui have an important thing in common, the Move, M-O-V-E, programming language. Unlike scripting languages or functional programming, Move is an object-based programming language. And this makes everything from how you set up, run, and secure smart contracts to all things NFT functions very different. And many argue that it's much better, actually. We expect more chains and apps to start using Move. Move is going to become a leading language in crypto. And when it does, Aptos will be one of the projects leading in that growth and in that regard. Since NFTs themselves are objects, the object and all its data stay together in one place for easy transfers or upgrades, like leveling up in a game, for example. And like most altcoins that we've seen over the course of these last few months, the APT token experienced its low in early August. On August 5th, actually, its price was $4.99. We sit right now at $10.52. So that right there is a gain of over 100% in just a couple of short months. And since these summer doldrums that really seem to intensify acutely on the 5th of August, since then, really it's been one of the best performing altcoins in the crypto market. And while we like Aptos, obviously, not hiding that, not a secret, while we like Aptos, you should note that it has a potential unlimited maximum supply, even though its total supply today is 1.1 billion tokens. So again, 1.12 to be precise, billion tokens today, but an unlimited max supply. So there isn't really a cap technically on this one. That's not great. It's not something that we like to see. Just understand it's not a deal breaker, but it's something to perhaps keep in mind. So just do keep that in mind, despite the positives that we do see in this project.